As a beginner, in my mind, I would see a design one way, but I wasn't able to bring it to life that way. You feel me? Like, it would, in my mind, it'd be like, oh, this is gonna be so fire when it comes out, and it'd be the worst shit you had ever seen. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Rel back in another video. Today, I'm gonna tell you 4 things I wish I would have known when I first started graphic design. Stay tuned to check it out. Peace. First and foremost, I want to tell y'all Happy New Year. Welcome back to the channel. I'm ready to get it rolling. I disappeared for a little bit. I know, I get it, but I'm back. So let's get started. Number 1, it's okay to be sensitive about your designs. All right, so let's keep it a buck here. When you first start, you might be trash, my guy. You might be trash. And that's okay. One of the hardest things to accept as a new designer is that you're not going to be that good when you first start. For me, when I first started, I was terrible, but I was also sensitive. I was super protective over my graphic design projects and things that I was working on because I couldn't accept the feedback. I couldn't accept the criticism. I was scared of the criticism. I was scared for how I would react to it. I was scared because I thought people wouldn't like it. And I was just sensitive about my shit. I would work on a project for days and I would obsess over it for days just because I wanted it to be perfect. I wanted everything to be amazing. If I presented it to the world, I wanted it to be accepted. And that was something that I had to work on for myself. And my thing was, like, once I showed it to them, if they said anything that I deemed negative, I would hold on to that negative thing for days and weeks and obsess over it. Even if they said 10 positive things, that one negative would make me spiral for it would just make me spiral out. And that's not good, but it's understandable. When you're designing something and when you're putting your heart and your soul into it and you're trying to figure things out, everybody ain't gonna understand that when you first start. You feel me? Like, they don't have no empathy for a beginner. They don't have no empathy for someone who has no experience, right? There is a learning curve with this, especially if you're a designer that's looking to actually get better at the craft and you're looking to invest in your skills and you're not using AI to create everything for you and just typing in a prompt. No, you want the actual skills, you want the actual knowledge, and you love what you do. It's gonna be a learning curve for you. Every concept of graphic design, you have to use a different part of your brain, and you might be more skilled at some things, and some things do carry over, but for the most part, as a designer, when you learn a new concept or you learn a new principle in design, you're gonna have to start from scratch. I had to eventually learn how to accept criticism and critiques because you're not gonna make it in this business without that. That's why I always tell you guys, don't rush the process, because the quicker you get a job, the quicker you're getting paid to become a designer or you're getting paid to, provide a service, then the quicker you have to learn how to accept criticism. When you're working in this business, it's not gonna help you to be up and down. You gotta be coast most of the time. Separate yourself from the design work. That's the main thing you have to learn, is just, I need to separate myself from this. I can't be emotional about this. This isn't about me. Like, when it's a passion project or when it's for me, that's different. But when you're providing a service to someone or you're providing a service to a company, a client, whatever, you have to separate yourself from that, just because the critiques are coming. And you got to be able to accept it. Take time to fix your insecurities and learn how to accept things that you aren't good at just yet. So number 2, everybody won't support you. So when you first start any life-changing thing, you'll soon realize you're probably by yourself. You're probably gonna be alone in this shit, and you gonna have to learn how to be independent. When I first started my first business, people looked at me like I was crazy. They questioned if I knew what I was doing. They tried to strike fear in me. They tried to make me second guess myself. And to be honest, that shit worked. I questioned myself. I questioned if I could do this. I questioned if I was making the right decision. I questioned if I was on the right path. And I just questioned everything. I questioned how I could overcome the things that I was facing. I was 26. I was broke. I didn't have no job because I just got fired. I had negative 127 in my bank account. I had rent to pay. I had bills to pay. And I had hella student loans, bro. It was ugly. But one thing that I had that was going for me, I had this big dream of designing my own clothes. That time right there taught me how to hold my own. I learned how to overcome my limiting beliefs, and I needed to step out and give myself a chance. And at some point in your life, you'll need to do that too. And my advice with that is to believe in yourself and to understand that if you quit now, you'll live with that feeling of giving up for the rest of your life. And that shit sucks, bro. Feeling like you quit on yourself, feeling like you quit on your dreams, and trying to live with that every single day, it's gonna be in the back of your mind. And I wouldn't wish that on you or anybody else. When you're new in this shit, or when you're new in any business or anything, it's easy to want validation from people, and that's normal. But the truth is, you gotta validate yourself. You got to learn how to validate yourself. And also, your true supporters are the ones who will see the value even when you're first starting. My biggest supporter when I first started was my mom. You know, rest in peace, my mom. But she was my biggest supporter. She would always want to see my new work. She'd always tell me the truth, even if it hurt. But she'd also tell me to believe in my work and to believe in myself. And she taught me to not waste my time trying to convince people who didn't believe in me, because what the fuck is the point? The people who get it will get it, and the people who don't, they won't. Number 3, it's okay to suck.
What?
First of all, pause. Second of all, this, you got to realize this is a process. You don't need to know everything today. My first portfolio was trash. The second one was worse. And the third one had a shit ton of clip art in it. So I hate that one even more. But that right there pushed me to start trusting myself more. It pushed me to start drawing more, to trust my skills instead of just searching for clip art, or even in today's world, having AI created for you or something like that. No, brother, no. When do we get your personality? When do we get something from you? The hard work and the work that's gonna get you hired and the work that's gonna make you the money that you're looking to make is doing the work that makes you get better as a designer. Design is all about growth. When you first start, the work you see in your mind might not be what comes out on the screen or on the paper. As a beginner, in my mind, I would see a design one way, but I wasn't able to bring it to life that way. You feel me? Like, it would, in my mind, it'd be like, oh, this is gonna be so fire when it comes out, and it'd be the worst shit you had ever seen. And it would make me mad. I'd get so frustrated at that shit. I had to learn. It's okay to suck. It's okay to be trash. It's about journey. It's about learning. It's about getting better. Every designer you've seen, no matter how successful you think they are, even how successful they are, they had to start from somewhere. Even if they had a better mentor than you, or they had someone to teach them along the way, maybe they got there faster, they still had to start at zero, just like you. At some point, they've all had bad designs. We all got them. I'm sure you got some. I got some for damn sure. The key to that is just to learn from it and to accept it and to embrace it. Embrace your trash. If you don't hear nothing else in 2025, embrace your trash. Failing and getting better is the only way you'll figure this shit out. It's crazy because it reminds me of weight loss. You don't see the incremental steps or the incremental losses that you take when you're losing weight. Like, the scale will say 0.2 pounds on a weight loss, and it'll be like 0.2 pounds every day, but that'll compound, and then in a month you'll see a big jump. You'll see, dang man, my shirt's fitting a little bit looser. Like my pants is falling off a little bit. Like, I need a belt. I need to move over a little bit. I need to get a smaller shirt, whatever it is. And then eventually you'll look up and then you'll go through another phase where, damn, ain't nothing changing. There's nothing, like, I feel the same as I did last week. I feel the same as I did last month. Nothing's changing. Then you look up again. In 6 months, you can be like, I'm a whole different person. Graphic design is the same way. You compare your work from last year to this year, and it's a big jump. You're like, damn, the same project, I would have thought about it this way, but instead I moved it this way. I thought about it this way, and I was able to expand it a little bit more. And now I'm feeling a little bit more creative over here. And then you need to be celebrating this. You need to be proud of yourself for the big jump that you had. Don't be like how I used to and just let the shit ride by. Oh, I made a jump, but whatever. No, celebrate that shit. This is hard work you just put in. These are small details that you focused on. These are times that you had to believe in yourself when nobody else is believing in you. So you need to be celebrating that shit. All right, number 4, you're the last line of defense. So when it comes to designing for brands and companies, your design work has got to be A1 at all times. This is where it can get real quick. It's up to you to catch the minor details and to make sure that things are straight, because if you don't, it can cost you thousands. It can cost the company millions of dollars, depending on the project size and stuff. When I worked for a sign company, I was pumping out 10 to 15 projects a day, and I was bogged down and I was burned out. It was because I was so stressed out, bro. They would make us not only design all that stuff, but if you made a mistake, they would eventually take it out of your check. And I was so frustrated with that shit. I hated that job. I still hate that job. And I can't tell you how many times I got blamed, how much money I lost because they were taking, the profits out of my check because maybe the salesperson messed up and gave me the wrong information, or maybe, production sent me the wrong plans, or just whatever it is. We was in that motherfucker fighting, bro, because I'm arguing with them about my money. That's why I always tell you guys, when you're working at these jobs or you're working with a client, your attention to detail needs to be on point all the time to avoid the BS, to protect yourself. Fuck that job, fuck that company. I'm protecting me, bro. I'm trying to keep food on my plate. You feel me? I learned early on that attention to detail is your greatest skill above anything else that you learn in this business. It will save you so much time and it will avoid so many headaches. This means being meticulous while understanding that you're helping shape a brand's identity, obviously, but you're also influence how people see that brand and how they see you as a designer if they know you worked on it. You play a major role in communication, right, with these designs. Whether you're working on a logo, a website, or creating a marketing campaign, you're the one that can ensure it's all cohesive and on brand. This is why being detail oriented is so crucial. Feel free to be your own toughest critic, but also give yourself grace in the process. If you notice something is off, don't hesitate to tweak it until it feels right. Your expertise will save you so much time and so much money and so many headaches. It will avoid so many headaches. A lot of these mistakes are avoidable if they would have just been caught early on in the process, or if you would have spoke up for yourself and trusted your intuition to not take blame for other people's shit. That's what I had to learn. I stopped taking blame. I was like, man, fuck that. That's not on me. That's on y'all. And I got in real arguments with real people at real jobs because I refused for them to keep docking my pay because somebody else made a mistake. But in the process, I did learn that I was the last line of defense, and technically it is my job to fix some of the things that they were messing up on. But look, if you need a mentor or you need one-on-one and career advice and you don't think this video was enough, I got you. Hit the link in the description, my G. I offer portfolio reviews and mentorship, all right? But anyway, that's the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys and y'all have a great week. Peace.